What's up? Hope everyone's having a good day. Hope you're having a good year so far. And I'm back to check on my New Year's resolutions again, make sure I'm getting them done, make sure the year isn't getting ahead of me too much and I'm forgetting to do some stuff. I know right off the top of my head, some things I'm doing very well, some things I'm doing not so well, but I am focused on still getting all my resolutions done. Let's dive into it. So to start off by reminding everyone of what my New Year's resolutions are, I have 6 total. 3 of them are just kind of general personal New Year's resolutions, and then the other 3 are more fitness specific. So I'll start with the 3 general ones first. Number 1 is to buy a house. Number 2 is to read 6 books, and number 3 is to get partnered on YouTube. And for the 3 fitness resolutions, number 1 is to do 5 pull-ups. Number 2 is to run a 5K in under 30 minutes. And number 3 is the big one. It's the overarching goal of the whole channel, and that is to hit my weight loss goal of 199.9 pounds. Basically, just get under 200 pounds. So buying a house really just depends on the housing market. It's different in different areas. In our area right now, it's still kind of crazy. Joanna and I are doing our best to pay off our debts, save for a down payment. We're doing everything we're supposed to be doing to try to save for a house. We just kind of have to let the market catch up and get back to a realistic range where people can actually buy houses again. For anyone wondering, we are first-time home buyers. We don't have a house right now. We've never owned a house. So it's a little bit tougher to get into the market when you don't have anything to sell. Hopefully something comes up. We definitely have noticed that the houses that are coming up in the market are much cheaper than they were, 6 to 8 months ago. We're starting to see some fully detached houses that are finally kind of getting into the $500,000, $450,000 range, which is still too high for us, but it's better than like 6 to 800,000 they were 6 to 8 months ago. So just like last month, I'll show you the chart that shows the average residential house prices specifically in my area. And you see it goes from July to January. So it only updates twice a year with the trends. And unfortunately, it looks like it went up a little bit in January. Like I said, though, this doesn't really reflect the houses we've been seeing. But I will say that we've been seeing a lot less houses, so maybe that has something to do with it. We're hoping by the end of the year, this trend will continue to go down a little bit. You can see in kind of like July and January 2021, the house prices went up and then down and up and then down. So maybe that's kind of what it's doing, but it's on its, hopefully it's way down again. But yeah, so we're just going to keep an eye on that, and we're going to keep looking for houses. We're going to keep paying off our debts. We're going to keep saving up for a down payment. We're doing everything we can. Hopefully by the end of the year, we can get into something. That's a New Year's resolution that we really, really want to hit, but unfortunately, it really is just dictated by if we can win the lottery or if the house prices come back to normal. So I alluded to the fact earlier that some New Year's resolutions I feel like I'm doing really well on, some not so much, and reading 6 books is one I've definitely fallen behind on a little bit. American Gods is what I'm still reading, and I am just under halfway through the book. I was doing really good when the first New Year's resolution video came through, and right now in this book I am on page 310 out of 736. So that is 42% through the book, so like I said, just under halfway. It's not that it's a bad book, and it's not that I don't like reading, it's just I have trouble sometimes finding time to want to read. There's just so many things going on during the day between me, making food, working out, content-wise, not only editing it, but shooting it, driving my son to my parents' place if he goes there, driving Joanna to work, picking them up from those places. If Theo doesn't go to my parents' place, then he's here with me all day, so I really can't get a whole lot done. So at the end of the day is when I can kind of catch up on anything that I missed. And unfortunately, reading is like the last thing on my mind at that point. It really shouldn't be because, I made that a New Year's resolution for a reason. I want to read 6 books. I want to, get away from screen time and just relax and let my brain kind of chill out. And that's the reason for reading the 6 books. And reading 6 books, I don't think is that crazy of a goal. But I knew it was going to be tough for me because I just am not someone who thinks like, oh, I have some spare time, I'm going to go read. I almost feel, and it's a bad mindset to have, I feel like, but I almost feel like if I'm reading, then I'm kind of wasting my time. Like I could be doing something else when it's just 100% not true. So I have to just get better at sitting down and actually reading. It's not that I'm reading the book slow. It's not that I'm not liking it. I'm just not reading it. I have to really get back to like, even if it's just like an hour a night, half an hour a night, sitting down, just reading some pages and getting that goal kind of back on track. What I will say though is, and this isn't the mindset I'm going to have for the rest of the year, I'm definitely going to do my best to get those 6 books read. But the good thing about this New Year's resolution is even if I make it to like 4.5 or 5 books, that's 4.5 or 5 books more than I've read in like the past decade. So it's a good positive goal either way. And I still want to definitely get to that 6, but I think it's more just time management. And not only that, but just remembering that it is actually a positive thing to do and it's worth doing. It's not just like, oh, I'm wasting my time. I might as well, work on some content, or I might as well wash some dishes or whatever. Just I need to set like an hour a night aside to read a book. That's pretty much all it is. That's probably the New Year's resolution, in my opinion, I've fallen behind on the most. And I kind of feel bad about it because it's just like I know I need to be reading it, but man, sometimes there's just not enough hours in the day, and I feel like I need to do other stuff more. So I'm gonna do better. I'm definitely gonna jump in tonight and read some more pages in that book. So meeting the requirements for YouTube partnership. I am well on my way to doing it. I think I'm making good progress. I'm trying to put out consistent content and just grow the channel. But if you don't remember what the requirements are, I'll just remind you really quick right now. Number one requirement is you have to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. This doesn't have to be done in a certain time period. It's just whenever you hit 1,000 is when you hit that goal, and you're good once you hit it. Then next up, you have to hit one of the two. First one is to get 4,000 public watch hours on your videos in a 365-day period, or 10 million public views on your YouTube shorts in a 90-day period. I think that one is crazy. Maybe if people have crazy viral shorts that just blow up and they get like 500,000 views per video, I guess that's realistic, but man, that just seems so insane to me. The 4,000 public watch hours in a year seems way more realistic. So that's the one I'm shooting for. So today is February 15th, and as of today, I have 141 subscribers on the YouTube channel, which is 14.1% to the goal we have to hit. And then the public watch hours, 299 out of 4,000. So we're at 7.5% on that one. Currently right now, being February 15th, we are 12% through the year. And I know that calculating like the percentage of the year that's been done is a little bit extreme, but I'm doing it so I can compare the percentage I'm done by resolutions to the actual percentage through the year, because I want to get these done by the end of the year. So having the subscribers at 14.1% done, and then having the public watch hours at 7.5% done, I think is okay, because they're on either side of that 12% through the year mark. And I also honestly believe that the higher the subscriber count you get, the more public watch hours you're going to get anyways. The bigger your channel gets, the more recommended your video will get. The more views your videos get, the more recommended they get. So as your channel grows, your videos will get more and more public watch hours. So as long as the channel's growing, I think that'll kind of handle itself with the public watch hours. So I'm not too worried that I'm under the percentage on that one. I think it'll catch up as the subscriber count goes up. So that reminds me, if you're not subbed to the YouTube channel yet, definitely hit that sub button. Not only do I do my weight loss content on here, but obviously I'm tracking my New Year's resolutions, just overall trying to shift my life into a better lifestyle, a healthier lifestyle, and subbing to the channel will also help me hit that requirement for YouTube partnership, so I'd appreciate it. So next up are my 3 weight loss / fitness oriented New Year's resolutions. So doing just 5 pull-ups might not seem like an extreme New Year's resolution to have for some people, but for me, as someone who's been just too heavy to do a pull-up in like a decade, it would be a huge thing if I could not only do 1 pull-up, but do 5. So last time in my New Year's resolution check-in, I didn't have any footage of me doing one because I knew I couldn't do one anyways, and I just never got around to doing it. But I did film one this time, so you can check it out here. All right, here I go. My first attempt of the year at doing a pull-up. My expectation is absolutely 0. I'm gonna try once like this and once like this. Hopefully I don't tear both my lats. These bars are freezing cold. Nope. Let's try this one. Just for fun. Nope. Is that funny? Alright, there you go. There's my attempt. Hopefully we'll do better later on. So other than my final New Year's resolution of getting under 200 pounds, running a 5K in under 30 minutes is definitely one that I'm focused on a lot this year. I've been doing a lot of running training, maybe not as much as I should be, but I also still weigh, almost 250 pounds. So it's kind of hard sometimes to be training for running because my hips get sore, my knees get sore, and my lower back gets sore. And I just, don't want to push it too hard and injure myself, especially since I haven't really run long distances in a long time. That being said, I have dropped 11 pounds since I last did a 5K last month on my check-in. And this time I ran in a different place. I still ran outside. It was 3 degrees Celsius, I believe, when I was running, but the conditions were way better. What I was running on, the surface was way better. Didn't get as much footage on this one just because it was so hectic and Joanna was watching Theo at the same time, but I'll let you check out the 5K run here that I did for this check-in video.
All right, I'm out here Super Bowl Sunday. Gonna do my check-in for my 5K, see how fast I can do it. First month I think was about 42 minutes, so see if I can improve. So it's 2 o'clock on the dot right now. All right, here we go.
Good luck.
So for this 5K, I ran right to that red arrow right there. That's the end of the path along the water. And 5K was about there and back 6 times from where I just started.
Almost 1 kilometer.
Compared to my first 5K I did, these were way better conditions. It was actually sunny out. It wasn't nighttime. There was a little bit of snow and ice on this path just at the end here, but the whole path all the way down was completely dry and open. There was a lot more people around this time, which made for a few more obstacles, but it also was kind of motivating because there was more people around, so I pushed myself a little bit more, I think. There was actually some people who cheered me on a little bit and just said good job, and I didn't really know how to take that, if I should take that as an insult or a compliment, because they weren't really cheering anyone else on, so I think they were cheering me on because it looked like I was someone who shouldn't be running a 5K. But you know what? I'll take it as a compliment. It's all good. I don't think they meant it as an insult.
Go get him.
Look at that. As a new dad, I'm already setting a good example for Theo. He's trying to get in on the running as well. He absolutely loved it out here, just running around, grabbing snow, throwing it everywhere. By the end of my run, he was pretty tired, but he loved being out here while I was running. And shout out to Joanna for all the camera work that she did and taking care of Theo at the same time. I know it wasn't easy to do that.
Good job. Good job. You're doing great. So, Dada. Yay. Did you do it? Yay. Let me see it.
I'd be on my phone to recap because I'm doing a walk right now. But it's about 36 minutes.
So you can see here on the recap, I burned 711 calories, 5,400 steps, and it says I went for 34 minutes, but I didn't really go for 34. I'll show you in a second the exact time. All right, another 5K down. Doing much better this time. Felt way better to run this time. There was less of me to carry, which made it a little bit easier. And then shaved about 6 minutes off my total time. So 6 or... Oh, here's Theo. Wanted to make an appearance. but I shaved about 6 or 7 minutes off my total time, if I remember from the first one. So I actually found this chart on my Fitbit app that I didn't know about when I did my first 5K, and it actually shows the splits for each one of my kilometers during my 5Ks. The smaller the number, the faster I went. I know it says like 7 foot 21 inches or 7 foot 38 inches. That just means 7 minutes and 21 seconds, and that's how fast I did that kilometer. So the lower the number, the faster I did it. And the ones that are green and have the star are obviously the fastest kilometer I did during that 5K. And it's kind of interesting because you can see on my first 5K, I started out quickly and then just very gradually and consistently got slower and slower and slower until my fifth kilometer. This time around though, I actually started slower, sped up in the middle, and then tapered off at the end, but didn't taper off quite as much. And what's also crazy to me too is in the most recent 5K that I just did, you can see that all of my kilometers there were faster than any of the ones on the first one. So even my slowest one, which was 7 minutes and 5 seconds, was quicker than my fastest one on the first one, which was 7 minutes and 21 seconds. Kind of crazy. And if this doesn't show improvement, I don't know what does. Another thing I can say for sure is I think I definitely need to just get a good warm up in before I do this. I can tell in this most recent 5K that my first kilometer was actually pretty slow. And I think that's because like for half or 3/4 of that kilometer, I was kind of just loosening up and warming up. So if I did a good warm up beforehand, I think I could actually start out a little bit quicker. And then you can see my pace actually didn't slow that much. I obviously got slower and slower, but it didn't get as slow over time as I did in the first 5K. So what's really cool about this too is if I want to get my exact time down to the second for my 5K, then I can just add up all these splits and it'll show me what my exact time was for my 5K. In the recap, it just gives you a general time. That's why for the first one, it said 40 minutes. For this one, it said 34 because it's just rounding up or down, I guess. So for my first 5K, it was actually 39 minutes and 27 seconds. This most recent 5K was 34 minutes and 20 seconds. So that means since my first attempt, I actually dropped 5 minutes and 7 seconds off my 5K time. And to get to my goal, I got to drop another 4 minutes and 21 seconds. About halfway through, I felt really, really good. Then my pace dropped off like crazy. So it's just that last half pace, which, you know, with a little bit more weight loss and just more getting used to running and, you know, better weather coming, it's just going to be easier, I think, as it goes on. From here on out, the goal is to run a 5K in under 30 minutes. So I got to shave off about 5 or 6 minutes from my time right now to hit that goal. Plenty of time to do it. I think if there's anything I really got to catch up on, it's reading my book. So got to worry about the book more than doing a 5K at this point.
You could just skip the Super Bowl today and read your book.
You guys heard that shit too. I was still recording. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So I'm single now. So overall, extremely happy with the result on that 5K. I can't believe that I dropped that much time. It's kind of crazy, to be honest. I didn't think I was going to. And I remember thinking too, like, I'm not hurting, I'm not tired, I'm not sore that much. It's just my pace just slowed down automatically. Like, I remember thinking at one point, like, my pace is slowed by like half. And I didn't actively do it. It's just my body was like, we need to slow down. So my final half is what I definitely got to work on. But man, just dropping 11 pounds, I feel like, is a huge contributor to that. And I was really, really happy with that. And I have to say that I ran that on Sunday, and today is Wednesday, and my legs are still sore. So getting a little more running training throughout the month before the next New Year's resolution check-in video is definitely going to be vital, because I don't want my legs to be that sore every time I do a 5K. So last but certainly not least is hitting my weight loss goal of getting under 200 pounds. 199.9 pounds at least. Obviously, I want to hit that by the end of this year, but I think I can definitely do it before the end of this year. So my overall starting weight was 277.8 pounds, but that was back in November 2022. And because these are New Year's resolution goals for 2023 specifically, my first weigh-in after New Year's was 256.8 pounds. So 256.8 pounds will be my starting weight for this New Year's resolution. And my most recent weigh-in was 244 pounds, so that's a loss of 12.8 pounds so far in 2023. And that also means that I'm 22.5% to my goal. So way ahead of the game on that one, almost doubled up on the percentage-wise in terms of 12% through the year, 22.5% to that weight loss goal. So it's not really a goal that I want to rush too much. I've touched on it in other videos, so I won't get into it too much here, but I don't want to lose weight too fast, because then you get into possibly burning your muscle. If I'm 22.5% through right now, that means I'm ahead of the game, so I have plenty of time to lose that weight. I definitely think at this point I can do it before the end of the year, but only time will tell. So overall, I feel like I'm doing awesome on these resolutions. The one New Year's resolution I feel like I can really improve on is reading my books. The good part about that is it's not something I don't want to do or I don't find fun or anything like that. It's just I have to find more time, or at least put time aside, because right now it's kind of lower on my priority list for stuff I have to get done during the day. That's a positive thing, because it'd be different if I was like, oh, I really don't want to read these books, but that's not the case. I actually really enjoy this book. I just, for whatever reason right now, can't find the time to sit down and read. And as for, you know, the other resolutions that need some work, doing 5 pull-ups, I genuinely think as I start losing weight, getting into like the second half of the year is when I can actually start doing pull-ups more seriously and getting maybe 5 in. Right now, I just, number one, I don't have a pull-up bar. I don't have access to a pull-up bar anywhere. I don't have a gym membership. So I can't really do pull-ups and actively try to do them and do like assisted ones and all that kind of stuff. I just don't have the access to it. And I'm probably just too heavy right now to get 5 in. So as I start losing weight, I feel like that one's way more realistic. So I'm not too worried about that one right now, to be honest. And then the other one, hitting YouTube partnership. Like I said, we are doing really well on the subs for right now. I think the watch hours are going to come along with it. And honestly, the only way that goal is going to get hit is if I just keep making content, keep being consistent, and keep giving people what they want to see. So I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. Like I said before, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It would help meet that goal, and it will help just grow the channel in general. And I just want to give a shout out too to everyone who does watch the videos, continues to watch them, supports the videos by liking them, sharing them, all that kind of stuff. I appreciate you guys, and I'm hoping as the weather kind of gets a little bit warmer out here, I can kind of get outside, get a little bit different content going as well. So I'm looking forward to what the rest of the year has in store. Looking forward to chipping away at these New Year's resolutions. I hope everyone else is having a great time with their resolutions. Hopefully you're still keeping up with them. If you are, you can let me know what they are in the comment section below and how you're doing on them. If some of them are kind of slipping, if you got some of them done already, let me know. I'd love to hear other people's resolutions, because it helps motivate me to know that other people are getting their stuff done too. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed. See you later. So just before I finish up the video here, I'm going to finish up with this little chart here so you guys can see kind of where the progress is at. The red arrow with the orange line going all the way through is just showing how far we are through the year right now. So it's sitting at around 12%. Obviously, if the bars are above that orange line, it's really good because it means I'm ahead of the game. The only ones below are the 6 books and the 5 pull-ups. Like I addressed before, I'm going to catch up with the 6 books. The 5 pull-ups will come with time. And the only one that's not showing up there is buying a house, because I can't really track progress on buying a house. So for that reason, Joanna actually had a really good idea, and I'm going to pivot that New Year's resolution away from just buying a house to something more specific so I can actually track it. So from here on out, the new New Year's resolution, instead of buying a house, it's going to be saving 10K towards a down payment for a house. So we've tracked all the money we've already saved this year so far. So next check-in, I'll have that retroactively, and I'll just post that progress on how far we've gotten to saving 10K towards our down payment. But overall, I think this chart's kind of going to come in handy just to track everything at the end as a really good summary. And it'll be interesting to see how these values change throughout the year. That'll do it for another New Year's resolution check-in video. If you like the video, please hit that thumbs up. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe to the channel so you can help us get to that New Year's resolution, and you won't miss another video. I'll put a playlist in the bottom right for you to check out. As always, I hope you're having a great day or night wherever you are. See you on the next one.